Welcome to Bogglesocks TV. We've got lots of classic and original TV shows. Subscribe now and enjoy the video.
Papa me round Hairyland, round Hairy. Oh, hello, Quiff. Didn't you see our friends?
What? Oh, hi! Sorry, hope you didn't think I was being rude. I was thinking about something else.
He's always doing that. Usually he's thinking about a story. You were thinking about a story, weren't you, Quiff?
Yeah, but I bet you can't guess which one.
Bet I can. Oh, go on, give me a clue.
Okay. It starts with Pa Ha Ha digging the flower bed.
I know! Is it the one with...
Yes! How did you work that out?
Because I'm a very clever hairy fairy. Okay, here we go. One morning, Pa was digging his garden and looking very happy.
Well, you know what Pa's like.
It's Pa!
It's Pa! It's Pa!
It's Pa! He's one big ha-ha-ha. Whatever he does,
Wherever he goes,
there's a ha-ha-ha. And everyone knows it's Pa!
Pa! With his ha!
He's a ha-ha-ha from the top of his head to the tip of his hairy toes. That's Pa! Pa was ha-ha-ha-ing to himself as usual.
And we were watching from the bumblebee bush. Suddenly, Pa's spade hit something hard.
Ooh.
And what had Pa found?
A pirate treasure chest! Pa pretended to be a pirate. And so did I. Yo, ho, ho, oh,
'Cause this was the day Pa found pirate treasure.
But up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone had hairy toast. Can you guess who? Boris Boo Hoo! What's he gonna do?
Boris picked up the hairy stary to see what was happening in Hairyland, and he saw this. Boris was so excited, he nearly choked on his breakfast. A pirate treasure chest. Just think what must be inside.
Gold and silver, shining coins and dazzling jewels. All the riches in Hairyland.
If there was one thing Boris Boo Hoo thought he needed, it was all the riches in Hairyland.
So now he needed a plan.
Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a big surprise.
He needs to plan his next disguise.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
A pirate! And not just any old pirate, but Hairy McScary, the hairiest pirate in Hairyland.
Whoops! Pa lost no time in showing Ma, Nana and Minnie his fabulous find.
So nobody noticed Hairy McScary tippy-toeing into the garden.
Until he did... Then Hairy McScary introduced himself. The Ha-Ha Hairies weren't at all afraid of this pirate.
Pa introduced Nana Ha-Ha. Ma Ha-Ha. Minnie Ha-Ha.
And... Chihuahua. Then Pa introduced the treasure chest to Hairy McScary.
Boris was about to get his hands on all the riches in Hairyland.
Ma wanted to have a look at it first.
Then Nana wanted to have a look. Then Minnie wanted to have a look.
Boris just couldn't get hold of it. I'm the hairiest pirate in Hairyland. That is a pirate treasure chest, so it belongs to me.
As soon as the Hairies realised the treasure chest belonged to Hairy McScary, they handed it over. Oh, Nits! Boris's plan is working.
It won't work for long, Wiggy. Boris's plans never work for long.
Boris wanted to run back to Chateau Shampoo.
But Pa wanted to know what was inside the treasure chest. So did everyone else. Did the pirates have a key?
Nope, the pirate did not have a key. So Nana grabbed the chest and said that she'd try to open it.
But she couldn't. Then Ma tried to open it. But she couldn't. Boris was furious. Then Pa had an idea.
He knew somebody who would help them open the treasure chest.
Somebody up at Chateau Shampoo. Boris Boo Hoo! This was a brilliant idea. All they had to do was go to Chateau Shampoo to find Boris. But Hairy McScary was Boris. Whoops!
But Boris had no choice. So off they all went to Chateau Shampoo in the Fluffer Puffer Poop. Can we go too, Chris?
You bet we can.
They're going on a journey in the Fluffer Puffer Poop.
Poop, poop.
Poop, poop.
They're going on a journey in a happy hairy group.
Poop, poop.
Poop, poop.
They zoom, zoom, zoom through Hairyland. They puff, 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 trot through the forest of frizz. Oh, they're going on a journey in the Fluffer Puffer Poop. Poop, poop, zoom, zoom, whiz, whiz. Poop, poop, zoom, zoom, whiz, whiz. Boise Boo Hoo was meant to be sticking labels onto shampoo bottles when we peeped out of our hidey pipes.
He didn't know about Hairy McScary. So when Boris turned up, Boise did this. Minnie ran after Boise to explain to him that Hairy McScary wasn't at all scary. Wait there, said Hairy McScary. He would go and find Boris Boo Hoo, but really, he was going to get out of his disguise.
Minnie had found Boise in the garden and told him that Hairy McScary wasn't at all scary. So she took him back inside. The Hairies were wondering how long it would take Hairy McScary to find Boris.
But they didn't have to wonder for long.
In burst Boris, back in his own clothes.
Then Boise and Minnie came back.
The Hairies asked Boris if he wouldn't mind opening the treasure chest.
Boris said it would be a pleasure. Boris found his bubble blaster machine.
He's going to use the bubble blaster to open the chest.
Yeah, Boris thinks he can open anything with a bubble blaster.
Boris told everyone to stand back. He turned on the bubble blaster. And sure enough, the treasure chest sprang open. And inside were all the riches in Hairyland.
Nana picked up the treasure chest. But where was Hairy McScary, the hairiest pirate in Hairyland?
Oh, he's gone, Boris told them. He's gone and he won't be coming back, ever.
So Nana decided that they should look after the treasure chest for Hairy McScary. He was sure to come back for it.
Pa said that was a great idea.
They thanked Boris for all his help and off they went. And Boise went too.
Later, in the Hairies' garden, they'd decided to borrow Harry McScary's treasure.
And they had a piratey celebration.
Pirates,
That's what they'll be.
a piratey family.
Harry McScary went to sea, so they'll look after his treasure. So they can sing and they can play.
And they could dance the day away.
Harry McScary could not stay, so they'll look after his treasure. Pirates, oh hear them roar.
Roar till they can roar no more.
Harry McScary ran out the door, so they'll look after his treasure. They'll look after his treasure.
I'm so glad Boris didn't get his hands on that treasure.
Me too. But it was a close run thing.
Nah, I knew his plan would fail. It always does.
It always does.
No, really, Quiff. It's got to be yellow. Bright yellow. Like the hairy sun.
Oh, hi. Wiggy wants a new dress.
Yes, a yellow one. With sparkles and frilly bits and everything.
If only we hadn't run out of magic.
I know. I could have just magicked up a dress and it would have appeared. Poof! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle!
Oh,
Oh,
never mind, Wiggy. You look lovely just as you are.
but it's a bit boring wearing the same thing every day.
Remember that time Boris Boo Hoo got bored with his disguises?
I do. That was so funny. Listen. One bright sunny day, we were flying around Hairyland looking for an adventure.
Papa Picky, Papa Picky, Papa Picky, 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 Papa me round Hairyland.
Round Hairyland.
I am Quick,
And I am Wiggy
with a hairy fairy band. Woo!
Ma and Minnie Haha had been shopping in Hairytown.
We landed in the hairy pear tree just in time to see what they'd bought.
Lots and lots of lovely costumes. Because Minnie was putting on a dance show.
Well, you know what Minnie Ha-Ha's like. She just loves dancing.
Minnie Haha, she is so fantastic. Minnie Haha, she is so gymnastic.
Watch her go, stretchy as elastic. Hopping, leaping,
Skipping, jumping.
careful Minnie, mind the bumping. Minnie, oh Minnie Ha-Ha! There was netting and feathers and sparkles and lots of hairy stuff, of course.
Everyone started dancing and prancing about, especially Pa Ha-Ha.
Because this was the day for dancing and prancing.
But up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was bored. Can you guess who?
Boris Boo Hoo, what's he gonna do?
Boris was looking at his disguises.
Hats, cloaks, jackets, trousers, beards, moustaches, and lots of terrible wigs.
And he was bored with all of them. Bored.
Just then, Boris heard the sound of laughter rising from the valley. He picked up his hairy stary.
And he saw the Ha-Ha Hairies dancing and prancing. He thought they looked very silly.
Boris Boo Hoo would never make a fool of himself like that.
Then he saw Ma and Nana taking the costumes into the house.
And he had an idea.
Those costumes would make fantastic new disguises. And he was bored of his disguises.
But how could he get hold of them? Boris needed a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs a plan, he needs it quick.
He needs to plan a clever trick.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
And the plan was this.
Boris was going to get Boise to join the dance show.
And while they were all busy practicing the dancing, Boris was going to take all the costumes.
Back at the Ha Hairies' house, Ma was fixing Nana's costume.
Nana was very pleased with it. She couldn't wait to get dancing.
And outside, Minnie was teaching Pa some steps for a hairy ballet.
I can do that thing with your leg in the air. Look, Quiff.
Wiggy, what did I say?
Ouch!
Shush!
Just then, Boris and Boise turned up.
Boise saw Minnie and bumped into Boris.
Pa was really pleased to see Boris.
But Chihuahua wasn't. He knew that Boris was probably up to something.
And he was right.
Boris asked if Boise could join Minnie's dance show. And of course, Minnie said yes.
Then Pa asked if Boris wanted to join in too.
But Boris said he was far too busy for dancing and prancing. Far too busy.
Boris had to get Ma and Nana out of the house. So he said Boise needed a costume.
Of course, Boise needed a costume. Pa went to get Ma and Nana. You okay, Wiggy?
No, I've got a bruise right on my bottom.
What's so funny about the word bottom? Nana was so pleased to see Boris.
But Boris wanted to get into the house to find the other costumes.
So he asked her to see to Boise's costume. Then he waved goodbye.
But as soon as he saw they were all busy with Boise, he did this.
He grabbed as many costumes as he could carry and was about to leave
When he saw Boise and Minnie in their costumes, about to practice their dance.
so Boris had to wait. Having a friend means being together. That's what friends are for. Having a friend means doing whatever. That's what friends are for.
So come along, come play with me.
Take my hand and stay with me. Spend your every day with me. That's what friends are for.
Having a friend means cheering each other. That's what
Friends are for. Very best friends are like sister and brother. That's what friends are for.
So come along, come play with me.
Take my hand and stay with me. Spend your every day with me.
That's what friends are for.
That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. At last, it was Boris's chance. While everyone was saying well done to Boise and Minnie, he tippy-toed across the garden and hid behind the bumblebee bush.
Did you see that?
Yeah, but it's okay, Wiggy, because Chihuahua saw it too.
Yes, Chihuahua had seen Boris, and he wasn't going to let him get away with it.
He barked, and Boris nearly jumped out of his skin.
When the Hairies saw Boris with the rest of the costumes, they thought he wanted to be in the dance show too.
And of course he could wear the tutu.
Boris Boo Hoo in a tutu. Boris Boo Hoo in a tutu.
All right, Wiggy, calm down or you'll fall over again.
Soon Everyone was in their costumes. It was time for the hairy ballet to begin.
Boris hadn't managed to get hold of any new disguises after all. And he'd ended up in a ballet.
And it served him right.
Oh, I loved that hairy ballet. Boris was hilarious.
Ah, remember that spinny thing they did, Quiff? I can do that. Look.
No, Wiggy. No. Stop.
Oh, sorry. Did you hurt your button?
I tell you what, Wiggy, that ride has made me really hungry.
Every ride makes me hungry. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
What shall we have for tea?
I don't know.
Hairy berry cake.
Or maybe hairy pear cake.
No, I know. Hairy hedgenut cake.
Hey, that reminds me.
It reminds me too. Oh, there was a cake day in Hairyland.
Oh, you've got to hear this one. One day we were flying around Hairyland looking for adventure.
Round Hairyland, round Hairyland.
I am Quick.
And I am Wiggy with a hairy fairy band.
We reached the Ha Ha Hairies garden just as Ma arrived home in the Fluffer Poop.
We landed in the bumblebee. Watch out! Pa and Minnie were very excited to see Ma back.
And so was Chihuahua.
Ma was excited too. She had a plan to make everyone happy. Well, you know what Ma's like.
She's got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold.
Heart of gold. She's always having fun.
There's fun for everyone.
Under the hairy sun. She's got a heart of gold.
Ma's got a heart of gold.
Heart of gold. Yes, Ma had brought all the things you need for a special treat. Woohoo!
Because today was the day to bake a Ha Ha Hairy cake.
Up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was watching. Can you guess who? Boris Boo Hoo, what's he gonna do? Boris saw Ma getting ready to make the Ha Ha Hairy cake.
He wanted cake too. Hairy apple cake.
So he rang the Boise bell.
And Boise came running.
Boris told Boise to go to the hairy apple orchard and pick some hairy apples.
And to come back straight away.
Back at the Ha Ha Hairies house, Pa had the same idea as Boris.
Hairy apples. They needed hairy apples for the cake.
Minnie Ha Ha said she would go and pick some hairy apples.
So off she went to the hairy apple orchard.
Boise was already in the hairy apple orchard picking hairy apples when who should come along but...
Bye-bye, Minnie Ha-Ha!
Boise did what he always does when he sees Minnie.
Boise gave Minnie lots of the hairy apples he just picked. Minnie was really happy.
She invited him to join the cake making, and off they went.
Boris had been watching through the hairy starey, and he was furious. If he couldn't make a cake, he'd just have to get cake another way.
So what he needed was a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a big surprise.
He needs to plan his next plan.
What'll it be? What'll it be? What'll it be?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
Back at the Ha-Ha Hairies' house,
Ma was sifting flour.
and Pa was weighing hairy berries. But just then,
There was a knock at the door.
Pa was so surprised to see Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
First, Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico wanted to check the hairy berries. He was about to taste one when...
Blah blah!
It was Nana, with a whole basket of hairy pears.
And when Nana saw Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, she twiddled his moustache. And I tried to copy her.
Get off! Watch!
Only Quiff doesn't have a moustache.
And so the big cake make began. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
Ooh. And again, and again, and again.
And the Ha-Ha Hairies were waiting to see if he liked it.
And they saw he'd eaten the whole lot.
He said it needed more hairy hedge nuts and hairy berries.
So they started all over again.
Gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. And Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
And again, and again, and...
And the Ha-Ha Hairies waited to see if he liked it. And... So they started all over again. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
Gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, gonna put it in the tin.
Add a little more of this.
And a little more of that. So open up the oven and put that Ha-Ha hairy cake in. But Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had eaten so much cake mixture, he needed to go outside.
He was feeling very, very sick.
And Chihuahua knew that it wasn't Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico. It was Boris.
Back in the house, the cake was ready to decorate.
It was time to put the Ha-Ha into the hairy cake.
Beep beep. Yep, time to make it funny. And who better to help than Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico?
So Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico put hairy pears round the cake.
But Pa made it funnier by using them as ears.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico gave the cake hairy berry eyes.
But Ma made it funnier by drawing on silly glasses.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico used the carrot as a mouth.
But Nana made it funnier by using it as a nose.
And at last the cake was done.
And it was hilarious.
It was time to eat it. The others went inside to get plates and spoons.
Now was Boris's chance to get that cake.
He couldn't resist the carrot nose. But just then, Chihuahua did this.
Oh, Nits! Can you guess what had happened?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had left his Mustachio Magnifico on the cake.
Now everyone would see it was Boris. So off he ran as fast as his skinny malinky legs would carry him.
All thanks to Chihuahua.
The Hairies came back outside. They were sad Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had gone.
And then they saw it. Good old Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico. What a great chef.
The hairy cake wasn't just hairy. It was the funniest cake they've ever made. Back at Chateau Shampoo, Boris, covered in cake, was not happy.
But then that kind of serves him right for being so greedy. Boo! We've been so busy telling this story, we haven't made our cake.
You're right! Quick, come on, hairy berry cake, right?
Right. Actually, didn't we say hairy pear cake?